Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on how to play PS5 games on your iPad. Now this is something really cool that I didn't even know that you could do until recently, and it's all thanks to the PlayStation Remote Play app. Now if you're one of the lucky ones and got your hands onto a PlayStation 5, this is going to be awesome because you can play console games on your iPad now. It is a ton of fun, and now as people begin to travel more, you can play your PS5 games outside of the house, and you also get haptic feedback on the controller when playing select games like Marvel's Avengers. And by using Remote Play, you can play your downloaded games from the PlayStation Store, as well as games that are inside of the console's disc tray. All you need is a solid Wi-Fi connection, and one thing to keep in mind too is that when you do this, it is going to turn on your PlayStation, so just keep that in mind. So all you're really going to need is a PlayStation 5, a PlayStation 5 controller, an iPad, and a solid Wi-Fi connection. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the tutorial. Alright, so I will be using the PS5 DualSense controller, of course, alongside my 11-inch iPad Pro. And the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and pair the DualSense controller to the iPad. So how you do that is you just go right into Bluetooth here. Then you just push down on the PlayStation button and the share button, and it's going to pair to the iPad. You'll see it pop up. So right there, you'll see a flash. Just click on DualSense wireless controller, and then now it's connected to the iPad. Now what we've got to do is go into the App Store and download the PlayStation Remote Play app. So that's what it's going to look like, just a controller with a couple of dots above it. So once the app is downloaded, just go ahead and open it up, and then you just have to sign into your PlayStation account. And if you have two-factor enabled, then you just have to type in the code, then just hit confirm and continue, and then just hit OK so that Remote Play can find devices to connect to, which in this case is going to be the PS5. So I'll go ahead and click on PS5 right there, and then before connecting to your PS5, basically all we have to do is just go to Settings, System, Remote Play, and then Enable Remote Play, which is going to allow you to use the controller on this app. So let's run over to the PlayStation 5. So it actually turns on the PlayStation 5 for you. So we're just going to go into System, then just go into Remote Play and enable it. And now that it's enabled, we can go ahead and click PS5 there, searching for connections nearby, and there we go. It's basically mirroring what the PS5 is doing on the TV right now. So this is exactly what my PlayStation 5 home screen looks like. So I can play FIFA 21 right now, Fortnite, I can play Star Wars Squadrons or Avengers. It is a little bit laggy because my internet connection isn't the greatest. Alright, so I've just got FIFA loaded up for us here, and I'm really interested to see if there's going to be a lot of lag or what the connection is really going to be like. Since the whole thing is done with Wi-Fi, it's really going to depend on the network strength, and my internet connection isn't the greatest, so I'm really curious to see how this goes. But everything is looking pretty good so far. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed so far. Like, I thought it was going to be pretty laggy, like whenever I hit pass, like it's gonna take maybe a second or two to actually see the pass, but it's pretty much instantaneous. Now this is a sports game that I'm not playing online, which I'm sure is going to affect the gameplay if you were playing like an online match against an actual person. So FIFA was pretty solid, but let's go ahead and try something else, maybe something like Fortnite, which is actually banned on the App Store right now, so this is like one of the only ways that you can actually play the game. So let's go ahead and test Fortnite out. I do notice that when the menus change, it does get a little bit fuzzy for a second, and then it kind of cleans up a bit, but so far so good. Let's go ahead and try out a squads match. Alright, so as you can see, my Fortnite is definitely a bit laggy, but like I said, that's because my internet connection isn't the greatest. So you can see right there, lost connection to the PS5. Now I have seen a lot of people do Remote Play and have, you know, just a clear connection while they're playing, but that's because they have better internet than me. So if you guys do have a very good internet connection and a PS5, then you will be able to play games like Fortnite or Call of Duty, stuff like that, with a much better connection, unlike myself. So now I brought the iPad upstairs in a different section of my house, and we're going to test it out up here. So Astro's Playroom is working pretty well. It's very smooth. Like if I go left, right, you can see how responsive it is. This is actually a lot of fun, and it's super portable. Like if I go on a trip or something, I can just, you know, play some Astro's Playroom or maybe some FIFA, and hopefully if the internet is good enough, something like Call of Duty or maybe even Battlefield. But I gotta say, this is a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that Sony has allowed this. Something else that I think is pretty cool about this whole PlayStation Remote Play is that if you're a gaming content creator, you can actually get clips from the PS5 and then edit them in Share Factory. So let's say you have a bunch of clips and maybe you're on a train ride with some Wi-Fi, you can go in here and edit some clips and upload it to YouTube. So this is definitely something that I want to be doing. Maybe, you know, if I have the PlayStation 5 at home and doing some intense gaming, get some clips, then just use remote play and edit them and then upload. So it's pretty cool that you'll be able to edit gaming content right off of the iPad. And there's one more game that I want to try out on the iPad. Now I know a lot of people don't like this game, but it's Marvel's Avengers, so let's go ahead and see how it looks on the iPad. Another thing that I forgot to mention is the sound quality is actually really good, so it does give you something very similar to a console experience. Of course, there might be some lag here and there, and the image quality might go a little bit lower at some points, but it is a nice way to enjoy PlayStation 5 games on something other than the actual PlayStation 5. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to go because there's a lot of stuff that happens in the Avengers game, which might make the quality very fuzzy at certain points, but let's go ahead and give it a try. There's my boy, Tony Stark. That suit just looks so nice. Let's go ahead and try out a mission here. Now, like I said, my internet isn't the best, so it's probably not going to look that great, but let's try it out. Even if it doesn't look that good, I'm still happy that I can play games like this on the iPad. So sound quality really good, like I was saying. Along came a spider. Avengers Initiative, Utah Badlands. Let's see how this looks. There he is. Ooh, that suit. Alright, let's see. It's gonna go all fuzzy, I can guarantee it. Let's give it a try. It's actually not that bad. I was expecting a lot worse, but it's very responsive. Like you can see when I click the trigger, pretty much bang on, which I'm really impressed with. The haptic feedback does work on the triggers too, which is nice. So you can hear them going right there as I charge this blast up. Probably not going to hit this guy, but let's give it a try. There we go. This is actually a lot better than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be super fuzzy, and I'm glad that it isn't. Huh. That is pretty cool. Come on, Iron Man. Come on, pal. I am shocked. I thought it was going to be horrible on this game, but it's actually... I would even go as far as to say as this might be the best game that I've played so far with the DualSense on the iPad. Alright, get a finisher move here. This is really, really cool. Whenever I'm, if I'm traveling, I should say, like if I go on like a Via Rail or something, being able to play this is going to be awesome. Like just sitting there with my DualSense in the passenger seat, just, being Iron Man flying around, this is going to be a lot of fun. But you can hear the audio sounds really good. Responsiveness is really good. Graphics quality is pretty decent, I would say. Like it's gonna be better depending on what the internet connection is like, but so far so good. And boom. Okay, this is really cool. So guys, I gotta say, that was a lot of fun, and if you're someone who has a PlayStation 5, this is just going to be awesome. There was really only a couple negatives that I had, and that really had to do with my internet connection. My household has 5 people that are constantly on the internet, and we don't really have the best internet either, so the Wi-Fi connection wasn't the greatest for me, so games like Call of Duty or Battlefield, even Fortnite, aren't going to be the best with someone with bad Wi-Fi connection, but for more scaled back games like maybe FIFA or Horizon Zero Dawn, even Astro's Playroom, things like that should perform really well. And for whatever reason, Avengers just did great for my iPad, which I was expecting that to do the worst, so it's a little bit hit or miss, but it really just depends on the internet connection. So if you're someone that has really good Wi-Fi, everything should be very comparable to the actual console experience, whether that's plugged into like a TV or a monitor. But it was really good. The response time was good, the graphics were good for the most part, and I really like being able to do remote play. Plus, it's like the only way that you can play Fortnite right now on an Apple device, so if you're someone that's really into the game, this is going to be a great feature for you. You can play your games on your iPad when you're not at home. Like, what else could someone want? Right now it's summertime, but hey, if you want to like go outside and get a tan while you're playing games, there you go. You got the best of both worlds. But yeah, there you have it. That's how you can play your PlayStation 5 games on your iPad. Let me know down below what games you are going to be playing, and maybe that will give me some ideas on some games to maybe play in the future. But for now, that's the end of the video. Hopefully it helped you out. If it did, make sure you like and subscribe. And other than that, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.